Hello, beach friends. We're starting our morning over at Kayaking Marina because we're going kayaking to those islands that you see out in the distance. Yes, I am finally taking my own kayak out here to do some exploring. We're going to Dickman's Island, some sandbars, and eventually we're going to make our way over to Kais Island. So I hope everyone is ready to do some island exploring. And I hope you like sand dollars because we're going to see a plethora of them. And we'll search beaches, sandbars, and islands to see what we might find. If you're ready to do some exploring, let's go to the beach. So let's just get right to it. So in the kayak, heading over to those islands, the tide is going out, but it's going to be dead low soon. So I'm kind of hustling. And look at that. Looks like a sandbar, but it's just shells upon shells. And we're not going to mess around with those. We're looking for stuff that looks more like this massive lightning whelk that I could not take because we have a big old red hermit crab in there. So that is occupied, and I am not allowed to take that, or nor should you. It's actually illegal, but beyond that, it's just not cool. So we leave the critters at the beach, and I drug my kayak all the way up because, like I said, the tide will be coming in. Dead low is coming, so I wanted to drag it nice and high so it doesn't float away. And just to give you an idea of exactly where we're going to be, I'll get into that in a second. So right here, we're on Dickman's Island, and normally a lot of this, maybe not all of it, a lot of it is covered by water. So let's take a look at that real quick. So we're in Southwest Florida. Specifically, we are at Marco Island, and I launched from Kayaking Marina, which is the south end of Marco Island. So we zoom in there. There's the south end of Marco Island. So that is where the marina is. That little thing there, that is that big shell mound we just passed. And then that is Dickman's Island. Now, you'll see in front of Dickman's currently in this picture, it's just completely covered with water, but when we're there, it's low tide. So this area here is where we're kind of exploring, walking around looking for goodies. So that is where we are. And I'm sort of interested in what's on the beach here, but I'm really a lot more interested in what's near the water. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to the stuff that's here. Well, all right, maybe except this bright purple scallop. I can't resist that. So let's pick that up along the way. And here we are. I finally get to the water. And this is the moment for me where I kind of get a determination of what the day is going to be like. And I see sand dollars everywhere. Okay, cool. So it looks like I'm going to meet my sand dollar quota real quick. You'll notice I don't actually use the sand dollar to pull it up. I kind of push the sand underneath it, increasing the chances of not breaking it, of keeping it whole. So I couldn't help myself. I mean, they were just everywhere. So I had to pick up a couple, and I keep a little plastic hard container in my shell bag. Unfortunately, the container is only so big. So I don't have to be. I'm only going to be able to fit a couple of sand dollars in that container. So I'm going to be a little picky because I can only take a couple. So anything that kind of maybe is missing pieces, I'm probably going to leave at the beach. But I don't think I'm going to go home empty-handed with those sand dollars for sure. There's another one, and that's something I told you guys to kind of look for, those little black areas. You can look for the sand dollar itself, but sometimes those little black areas are a little more evident. Ugh. Yeah, that is a monster lightning whelk. Clearly seen better days. I'm sure other shellers did the same thing, checked it out, and passed on. Oh, another rather lovely sand dollar. What else do we got? Oh, there's another sand dollar. Okay, some sunray Venus clams. Another sand dollar, another sand dollar. Yeah, they were everywhere. Okay, here. Now that is a piece of a true tulip. just a piece. They get pretty big. Not as big as the lightning whelks or the horse conchs, but they get pretty big. Some of the bigger species. Most of the other stuff really kind of stays in the couple of inch size. And here we see lots of bivalves. Look at this sunray Venus and another little sunray Venus. So these are clams that have a particularly lovely pattern to them. So I'm just kind of checking out, see what else is here. It might be interesting or something that we want to hold on to. So it is low tide right now. And like I'd said earlier, normally this is completely covered by water. So this is kind of cool to be out here. So it's dead low right now and the tide will start to come in, but we got plenty of time. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Now that is really, really pink compared to the ones that I normally find that are more of a creamy tan color. So that pink one is really cool. Definitely gonna hold on to that. And a turkey wing. All right, cool. All right, it's a little chipped, yeah, on that front side. It is a little chipped, but turkey wing nonetheless, and I'm probably gonna hold on to that. Broken bay scallop, not terribly exciting. Another sand dollar. Yeah, because I decided since I'm kayaking and I'm not going to have to put them all in my shell bag, I had another bag with me. So I stuck all those sand dollars in another bag. And that is another really cool sunray Venus. I like the patterns on that. I'm going to put that in. Oh, not that one. I was going to put that in my extra bag. I couldn't help it. There were so many. It was driving me bananas. And, oh, I really like the pattern on that one. So that's another sunray Venus. So in addition to my shell bag, I have another bag that I have sand dollars in. If I wasn't kayaking, I wouldn't be able to do that. Sand dollar and sunray Venus, because the sand dollars would definitely get crushed in my shell bag. So I have a second bag that I'm going to leave in my kayak. Just checking out what else. There's some stuff in the water. I want to make sure I wasn't missing anything up here on the beach. All right, little seraph. More of the sunray Venus clams, some surf clams, some beat up Florida fighting conchs. Here is a lightning whelk, or most of it, some of it, part of a lightning whelk. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. That's a whole lightning whelk. Very pretty. Some very cool lightning whelk. Uh-oh. Yep, when you see that, you know a critter is looking for the water. Hey, friend. So this is a little live lettered olive. And yes, I know the tide is coming in and it probably would be fine, but the water was right here. So I figured I'd help a little snail out. There you go, friend. And another one. Okay. Now that is a Florida fighting conch that appears to have been buried, got himself out or herself, and wasn't really moving around. I'm assuming it's looking for water. So there is a little tide pool, not too far. And again, it probably would be fine, but I can't help myself. So help out another little snail, put it in the water. Here you go, buddy. Isn't it pretty? So this is really a sandbar, what we're on right now. And it is very exposed, which is very exciting. Oh, what do we got? It's probably alive. Yep. So that is a live lightning whelk. Another nice big shell that I cannot keep because that critter is not done with it yet. So we'll just put it back where we found it. See if there's any other good keepers here. All right, that is a paper fig. Oh dear. Yeah, not a keeper. What else we got? So tons of stuff here, but I'm really kind of looking for something that's a little more special. All right, here is a juvenile fighting conch. I see some pen shells. Oh, here we go. There's a banded tulip with a little bit of beach stuff on it. Cool. I'm gonna hold on to that. So I'm just really kind of looking for that diamond in the rough. What do we got? Just a piece of shell and a bay scallop, but it's a little busted up. So we're looking for that exciting stuff. Really, you're going to have a lot of green stuff because this is typically like a tidal zone, so stuff will grow on the shells. Here we have another turkey wing. Very nice. And a lettered olive with a little something something stuck in there, and I guess that caught my eye too. That's actually kind of pretty as well, so I'm going to hold on to that. Oh, all right, that's a banded tulip, and it's a little broken. So we are not going to take that one. I do keep broken shells sometimes, just kind of depends on how it's broken. So I know at this point the tide is coming in. It'll come in slowly, but I really want to take advantage of the low tide and I kind of feel a little bit of pressure. I want to just see as much as I can. And here is another massive lightning whelk. But that is just a little bit too beat up. Again, me and a bunch of shellers decided the same thing. We'll leave that shell on the beach. Okay, isn't that real pretty if you hold it just so? That is another banded tulip. What else we gonna find? So lots and lots of goodies. Here's another banded tulip. Most of it, 75% of a banded tulip. Here's another. Yeah, those are broken too. Oh well. Keep looking. Keep looking. Oh, okay. That is a knobless Florida fighting conch. Kind of a strange shape. Cool coloring. I'm going to hold on to that. Just kind of scanning. It's kind of a, not challenge, but you want to be thorough, but yet you want to kind of not dilly-dally. And look at these two great lightning whelks. Now, I've heard that the males are darker. So perhaps, I don't know, we have a male and a female lightning whelk shell. Yeah, that's a giant horse conch. I'm not going to whine too much though, because I finally did get mine. So that is a horse conch. Not really a keeper in my opinion, kind of beat up. And I wasn't alone. Look, people had 5-gallon buckets. I bet they're full of sand dollars. So I was not alone. Plenty of people, plenty of shells to go around though. And I've been kind of creeping around here for a while. There's an angel wing. It's broken. And I do have my kayak, so I think I'm going to head on over to Kais. I'm going to see how my luck is there. If you get heebie-jeebies, you're not going to like this. There were little fiddler crabs all over the place. They're like the ground was just kind of squirming and moving all over the place. And I wondered how do they know which is their hole? Because there were some, they definitely know which one is theirs. So they were just kind of scurrying about, these fiddler crabs. Probably also waiting for the tide to come in. And luckily, the bird I asked to watch my kayak did a great job. I owe that bird $5 for watching my kayak. Thank you very much, bird. So we are now going to kayak over to Kais Island. So right now we are behind Dickman's Island, and you'll notice there's no sand here. It's all mangroves. So this is the other side, kind of like the bay side of Dickman's Island. We were just on the Gulf side, and there's Dickman's there. And here we are on Kais. Kais has been really, really good to me. So I was very excited to be here. I was bummed I wasn't the first one here. What are you going to do? There was a couple of other kayaks here, but I'm going to suspect there's plenty of shells to go around, so we're probably not going to leave disappointed. Gonna just check out what's over here, and then I want to make my way over to the Gulf facing part of the beach. But before I do that, I saw this white fighting conch, or at least a piece of it, and I was really hoping it was going to be an albino, but I don't think so. There's some color there, so it's just kind of a rather light fighting conch, which I'm going to go ahead and hold on to. Here we go. So Kais is pretty wild. If you ever do come here, definitely wear shoes. I mean, it is lots of tree roots and all sorts of stuff that can kind of make it not so fun on bare feet. So definitely wear shoes if you come here. And you'll notice on the front part, a lot of this island actually, there used to be trees here, and since the islands changed, sand comes and goes, salt water comes in, kills the trees, and this is kind of what's left here, kind of this like mucky, spongy. Oh, look. That is a short-spined sea urchin, complete with a couple of shells. They like to collect some shells too. And that is a moon snail, rather beat up and slimy. I'm usually not too worried about the green stuff. It's just, when they're broken, there's not much you can do about that. So I'm in this rather hey, I'm going to go wherever I can. I'm desperately trying to see if I can get to the sand and see things that are half buried. Yeah, I can't really get there. It doesn't seem to be like sand. It's still a lot of this kind of spongy, gooey stuff. So not all that much there. I decided, okay, let's head up onto the beach and let's see what's up here. I found some color. It looks like a calico scallop. It's a rather lovely scallop. Oh, there we go. Well, all right. So it's banded tulip, a little broken. Still going to keep it. Still going to keep that shell. All right, here we go. Found some sand. So I like getting to this part. I'm kind of hoping that there'll be, a piece of a conch or a lightning whelk, something big kind of sticking up out of the water. And there's nothing here. Nothing. But if you're going to find those monsters, unless you're really, really lucky, this is probably where you're going to find them. So I was hunting. I was really hoping I'd see just a piece, something exposed. And what'd I get? Ah, little kitten paw, which is not a small lion's paw. The two are completely different. And another sand dollar. Let's take a look. Oh, looks like it has some acorn barnacles still kind of hanging out there. Let's return that back to the water. And I did kind of find this spot. So, look what we have here. Now that is a true tulip, just like that piece we found earlier, but that is a smaller version of a true tulip. It's whole. I am definitely keeping that. I know the color's a little weird, but I don't care. It's a great looking true tulip. And so I found this spot and I figured, all right, not very exciting. What else am I going to dig up from here? A lot of times there'll be a couple of things. All right. Here we have an apple murex. It's a little discolored. Again, with the color, I'm not too concerned with. I think there's some base color on there. It should clean up okay. Oh, yay. All right. Nice looking banded tulip. Very cool. Nice. Definitely keeping that. Oh, I found another apple murex. Excellent. This one has a little bit less of a discoloration. Nice. Another oh, well, yeah, it is another banded tulip with a big old hole in it. So I'm probably going to leave that. And that is a giant Atlantic cockle, even though it's just a wee little thing. So that's a giant Atlantic cockle. Looks like I grabbed two. All right, lightning whelk, that is not a keeper. And a lightning whelk, that is a keeper. All right, it's got a couple chips, but still that is a decent looking lightning whelk. Another sand dollar. I emptied out my container so I can take more. I'm not going to keep that one. And a turkey wing. That looks like it had a run-in with, I don't know, bristle worm. Something kind of got onto that top layer. But that is a turkey wing. Oh, that's real pretty. So that's a calico scallop. Real pretty pattern in that with the pink, the pale pink and those kind of like white bursts. Very nice. Oh, a banded tulip. Excellent. They are very, very hard to find with an intact aperture, with that outer lip part intact. All right, there we have a calico clam. It's a little discolored. And there I see one of those short-spined sea stars, but look what I found inside the tree stump, an apple murex, and it was alive. So I thought that was just crazy. So little critter is still alive. Good thing I found you, friend. It would have been, I don't know how high that water would have had to get. Look at that. It was hidden inside that tree stump. That was crazy. And there was nothing else there to check, just in case there's a Junonia or something in there. Oh, another sand dollar. Well, I've been enjoying myself at the beach, and now it's your turn. Oh, I spy something kind of stuck in these branches here. Oh, I just wanted to check it out. That is also a horse conch. Oh, that would have been fantastic, but it's broken. Womp womp. Oh, but here we have a calico scallop with that pretty orange stripe on it. Very nice. What? Okay. I said, what else is going to catch my eye? This time it was orange, of an orange that is also a calico scallop. It does have some beach stuff on there, but it's orange. I can't help it. A lettered olive. Very, very nice. Pointy, shiny, glossy, lettered olive. Very nice. Oh, and a bay scallop. They come in two different colors. Sometimes they're going to be that white color, and sometimes they're going to be that white and kind of like orangey color. So that is a bay scallop. Another banded tulip. By the end of this video, you're going to have banded tulips nailed. So those are two banded tulips. Just to give you reference of kind of where I am. Water's out there again, low tide. It's coming in. And I'm mostly just kind of trying to check out where the freshest shells might be, the stuff that's been more recently washed up. Because there are some shell piles here. I will show you those. But here I'm going to open something a little special. Oh, very pretty day. That's the shell pile. So this is behind kind of where I was exploring. And this is stuff that's been here a little bit while, probably been picked through. That's not to say there wouldn't be anything here. It's another calico scallop. You never know. So I'm just scanning here. There's another scallop. Oh, pretty. That's another calico scallop. Mostly arcs. I mean, mostly what I'm seeing here are a couple scallops here and there. There's another one. And just because this stuff has been here a while doesn't mean there might not be a gem in here somewhere. So that's why I kind of try to check. A banded tulip. A little bit broken, but that is okay. Oh, and I spy a little lightning whelk. So there's definitely, all right, here we have a kitten paw and a crossbarred Venus. I was going to say there's definitely shells here. And there's another calico scallop. And I wasn't quite sure what that was, and that is a fighting conch that I decided not to keep, believe it or not, and another calico scallop. Oh, and a lettered olive. Is it going to pass the gloss test? I think it does. Nice coloring on that, really cool. And another lettered olive, not albino. I had really been hoping. I'm on the hunt for an albino lettered olive. What do I got here? Oh, well, here we have a tinted cantharus that again looks absolutely nothing like a ribbed cantharus, just to make things confusing. And here we have another, that is a calico scallop. Super pretty color. Very, very nice. Wow. Like a giant jingle. So it's just a jingle, but it is really, really big. Really cool. And that is a sun ray Venus that's just discolored and strange looking. I'm not sure if that's really slime or not, so I thought that was neat. I'm going to hold on to that. Oh, it's alive. So that is a live lettered olive. That is the creature that makes all those fantastic shells. Thank you very much. I see another critter. So this is a hermit crab inside of one of those banded tulips. And I like to see if it's going to come out and say hi. Sometimes they're feisty and they kind of really give you a show. Sometimes they're a little shy. This one appears to be on the shy side, so we'll just admire The great shell decided to keep as its home, and we're going to keep it moving. What do I spy? A lightning whelk. Nice. All right, that's a great size. Really intact. Very pretty lightning whelk. Oh, and a hinged sunray Venus. Again, really happy with that. Yay. Now, here's another lightning whelk, a little discolored. But we found enough. I'll probably just leave that for somebody else. And we've been together a while, guys, and I know we do have much more exploring to do, but we are going to continue next week. We're going to look through shell piles, and let me just tell you, we're kind of ramping up. We are gaining momentum because, trust me, we find tons of great stuff. So thank you, special thank you to my Patreons. Thank you very much for helping me and financially supporting me when I go out and do my thing. And everybody else, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me walking the beaches here in Southwest Florida. We will continue our walk next week, so I hope you have yourself a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.